Hey guys, I'm Richie with Narwhal. I'm here to talk to you about the carbon fiber topper. So one of the most common questions we get is why carbon fiber? So we chose this material because it gives you the best strength to weight ratio for any sort of automotive application. When you compare it to fiberglass, aluminum, and steel, we're able to shave about half the weight, and it looks awesome. We're able to do things with composites that you can't really do with other materials when we make the molds and actually create the shape of what the topper looks like. All the different curvatures around the composites, it's just very visually pleasing to look at. And then you have these indentations in the roof line. And what's cool about the design is there's also a structural application to it as well. The way that the bottom of the topper is shaped actually increases the structural integrity as well. So we're able to hit these 600-pound dynamic roof loads and make something that looks badass at the same time. And that's just something that we're able to pull off with a carbon fiber composite that you wouldn't be able to do with traditional metals or fiberglass. Now we're going to talk about some of the exterior features. So starting with the side panel, this is optioned with the slider glass window. You can also option full carbon side panels, and that'll shave about 20 pounds off the topper itself. Then you've got these high-end latches. They have a nice actuation to them. And then when you open it up, we've got the light switch, and you can put that wherever you want in your truck bed. So you're able to turn that on and off depending on which side of the truck you're on and where you mount it. Then we have the slider window. So open it up like that. For people that have dogs like myself, that's a really important feature for me, to be able to have him stick his head out the window and just get nice airflow when you're driving down the road, keep him cool back there. And then when you look at the actual surface finish, goes all the way around the frame of the window. So we've designed every single shell actually has an inset for this panel to sit inside of it. And you keep that really nice carbon surface finish when you're opening up the side panel. Another accessory that's going to be coming shortly is a cabinet option. So we'll have carbon fiber cabinets that'll be really lightweight and really strong, and they'll be able to mount in and out of the L-track on the inside of the topper quickly, so you can store whatever items you want to keep in there. And then when you close the panel, it's real simple. You just put these in, and then if you want to lock it, every topper will come with a set of keys, so you can easily lock your panels and keep whatever you have in the topper secure. All right, we're going to talk about another Narwhal first to market feature, the removable rear panel. So this was something that didn't exist and solved a lot of my frustrations with toppers. So you can actually remove this panel when you're hauling items that are longer than the bed and you want to keep your tailgate up, like lumber or anything that's longer than 5 feet. And then for mountain bikers, you can actually fit a full-size mountain bike on a tailgate pad and not have that panel flapping in the wind when you're driving down the road. You still get the nice A-surface carbon finish on the inside of the window. There's enough room in here in this opening to where you can get your handlebars and stuff through here when you've got mountain bikes on the tail pad. So this hinge system is a prototype still. Stay tuned. In the next few weeks here, we're gonna actually be releasing our production hinge and show you how simple that functionality ends up being. All right, so moving on to the interior features of the Narwhal topper. Every topper will come with 2 Stage Series rock lights that put out 1,000 lumen apiece. This one has the upgraded 4 rock lights, so there's an enormous amount of light in the back of the bed. We've opted to go with L-track so we can make all of our follow-on accessories quickly detachable, so you can save time rather than trying to mess with a bunch of hardware when you're putting your cabinets and things like that in and out of the topper. It runs across the ceiling and then along the base rails. And then when you look at our brackets, we've actually tied into the L-track, and then we're using pre-threaded holes in the truck bed. So every bracket will be specific to your truck, and it will be locked in place. So no matter how hard you're driving your truck, the topper's not going to move around at all. And then moving into the top, we also have the turret hatch. So this feature has 2 locking handles that you just rotate to the side, and then that releases the latch and you can pop it open and stand up. So for the turret hatch, we've had a lot of questions on whether this is going to be a leaking issue, and we have ensured that that's not going to be a problem. We have a weather stripping seal that runs along the outer ring of the hatch itself, and then you look at the composites, it's actually angled upward, and then there's another seal of weather stripping on the interior ring. So when you're putting the hatch on and off, there's actually a bracket here that makes sure that the turret hatch is seated with perfect alignment every single time. And then moving into the other features on the roof, we've got L-track to mount all of our accessories. Then these are the load bars. So you can attach your rooftop tents and ski racks and all the other accessories that you might put up here. And then we have optional Diode Dynamics chase lights mounted on this. So for all you guys that do a lot of off-roading and participate in events that require chase lights, you can easily mount those lights into the L-track on the back of the topper. I got my brother David here to help show how easy it is to get this topper off with 2 people. All right, so now that you've seen how easy it is to take the topper on and off, let's talk about weight ratings and suspension sag. So the Narwhal can support 600 pounds of dynamic load, which means weight on top of the roof when the truck is moving. And then it can support 1,100 pounds of static load, which means weight on top of the truck when the truck is stationary. So think if your rooftop tent is open and your family's sleeping up there. And then for suspension sag, we're getting 1/4 inch of sag with this topper on the back. So you get to save a lot of cost on suspension upgrades when you're trying to accommodate heavy camper setups or other traditional types of toppers. All right, thanks for taking the time to check out the Narwhal topper. We're gonna have a ton of updates coming for you guys over the next few months as we start getting into production. We've got Ranger, F-150, and Tacoma right around the corner. And we should have follow-on trucks coming every couple of months after that. So if you guys have any questions on the topper or want to reach out to us, you can hit us up on our social media channels or our website. Appreciate the time. I think that's it, right? Is there anything else I needed to talk about?